If you already take black seed oil, you've felt a fraction of what it does. The rest waits on one thing you never added. You know the feeling, wiped out by mid-afternoon, slow to shake off every bug, aches that are just part of mornings now. 1 spoon of green powder is the missing piece. Moringa stirred into the oil you take. One fills the tank, the other kills the fire. And here's why this stays so quiet. No patent on a tree and a seed, no rep at the door, so the strongest pairing gets overlooked. Today, 12 changes you'll feel. The first hits your energy. The rest, this title never warned. Plus the Moringa to buy, the kind to skip. Here's the first one. Number 1. The tank fills back up, hitting a wall by 3 in the afternoon, needing the chair and the remote just to make it to bedtime. That flat, scraped-out feeling usually isn't your age. It's a body running low on the parts it burns for fuel. The iron, the B vitamins, the magnesium, your cells turn into energy. Run short on those, and you don't feel ill. You just feel empty. Moringa is one of the most nutrient-packed leaves ever studied, rich in exactly those parts, the raw stock you've run low on for years. Black seed oil works the other end, quieting the background inflammation that drains the tank faster than it fills. One restocks, the other stops the leak. So imagine reaching the end of a long day with something left in the tank, enough to want your evening instead of surrendering to it. That steady fuel is what this builds first. Your tank is refilling. And the next change is why it kept draining in the first place, the quietest thing aging you right now. Number 2. The smolder behind. Everything goes out. Stiff before you've even moved in the morning, carrying a dull ache that doesn't have a clear cause anymore. This is the one to circle. Not a roaring fire, a smolder, the slow burn behind the stiffness, the tiredness, and the wear you can see in the mirror. It's the single thread tying together problems your doctor handles as separate, the joints, the heart, the blood sugar, all fed by the same quiet heat. Here, both ingredients aim at that smolder from 2 sides. Thymoquinone, the compound that made black seed famous in the lab, has been shown across trial after trial to bring down the inflammation markers your doctor measures, like CRP. A review of 82 trials found those drops held up again and again. Moringa piles its own calming compounds and antioxidants on top. Imagine mornings where your body stops arguing with you the second your feet hit the floor. Smother this smolder, and every other change on this list lands faster because they all trace back to it. The smolder is dying down, and once it does, the number you dread at every checkup finally starts to move. Number 3. Your blood sugar finds its footing. Riding a roller coaster of highs and crashes all day, staring at a glucose reading that ignores every sacrifice you make at the table. Insulin is supposed to walk the sugar out of your blood and into your cells. After enough years, the doors stick, the sugar piles up outside, and your whole day swings with it. This is the effect black seed oil has proven best. Pooling 16 trials, researchers found it dropped fasting blood sugar by roughly 21 points and pulled down HbA1c, the 3-month scorecard your doctor trusts most. Moringa's polyphenols slow how fast a meal turns into a spike, so the two work the same stuck door from opposite sides. If you take metformin or anything for your sugar, this is not a replacement, and you never touch your dose alone. It works the same target a different way, which is why your doctor needs to know you've begun. Now think of an afternoon that just holds level. No 2 o'clock collapse, no scramble for something sweet to claw your way back out. Your sugar is steadying. And the same thing that levels it is quietly reworking the cholesterol moving through you. Number 4. Your cholesterol stops building against you. Been told to watch your cholesterol while it refuses to budge? Cutting out the foods you love and still bracing for the same warning at every visit? 2 things about cholesterol matter: how much you carry and how it behaves. Too much, and it lines the walls. Spoiled by oxidation, it turns into the sticky kind that clings and builds. In those same large reviews, black seed oil brought total and LDL cholesterol down, the numbers that set the pace for buildup. Moringa's antioxidants guard what's left from spoiling into the form that sticks. One lowers the pile, the other protects it. Imagine a checkup where the number finally moved, and the talk is about holding it there with the steady daily habits you keep. You're not just shaving a number, you're taking the danger out of it. Now here's where this leaves the map your title drew and lands in the joints you wrestle every morning. Number 5. your joints. Quit fighting you. Knees that grumble going down a flight of stairs? Fingers that need an hour before they'll fully open? Most joint pain after 50 is that same smolder gnawing at the cushion inside the joint while your body struggles to calm it. The usual answer is a daily ibuprofen, which dulls the ache while it sands down your stomach lining. Black seed oil has been tested in people with inflamed, arthritic joints, and it eased their stiffness and swelling by going at the inflammation itself, not by numbing you and wrecking your gut. Moringa's compounds add to the calm. Give it a couple of weeks and the morning lockup loosens. Think about kneeling down to the garden bed, or down to a grandchild, and getting back up without the slow, careful production it's become. That everyday ease is the goal, and the same calm reaches a place that flares up the moment the season turns on you. Number 6. The season stops owning you. Stuffed up the day spring arrives? Going through tissues and antihistamines like clockwork every year? Hay fever isn't weakness, it's an overreaction. Your immune system reads a little harmless pollen as an invasion and floods you with the congestion, the sneezing, the watering eyes, as if it were fighting something real. Calming that overreaction is one of black seed oil's best documented uses. In trials on a stuffed, runny, sneezing nose, it eased the symptoms by turning the volume down on the reaction itself, not knocking you flat the way the antihistamines do. Imagine a spring you actually walk out into. Windows open, no fog from the allergy aisle, no box of tissues parked by every chair, and once your nose unblocks, you'll feel it somewhere bigger, in the way the air moves in and out of you. Number 7. Your breath comes easier. Winded sooner than a man your age should be? Chest that pulls tight when the cold air hits it? As airways age and inflame, they narrow, and every breath quietly asks for a little more work. It's the kind of slow squeeze most people just write off as getting older. Here's the surprise. Black seed oil has real studies in tightened airways, where it helped them open and settle through that same calming action. Moringa carries a long tradition for the chest, with early studies on breathing capacity behind it. This is the benefit you would least expect, because it came from a seed, not an inhaler. Think of climbing a hill, or a flight of stairs, and still having the breath to finish your sentence at the top. Breathe easier, and the system doing the heaviest work out of sight gets stronger. Number 8. Your defenses get smarter. First in the house to catch whatever's circulating, taking far longer than you used to before you feel like yourself again. Your defenses naturally soften with the years, so each season leaves you a step more exposed than the last. Steadying your defenses is black seed oil's oldest reputation, and the research backs it. Its thymoquinone has been shown to sharpen the immune response, with real bite against the bugs that slip past you. Here's the part that matters. It doesn't just crank your defenses up, it helps them aim, hitting real threats without turning the fire on you. Moringa stacks the vitamins A and C your immune cells lean on hardest. Imagine the winter where the bug that levels the whole household barely lays a finger on you. A sharper defense starts somewhere most people never link to immunity at all, down in your gut. Number 9. Your gut stops punishing you. Heavy and bloated long after the plate is cleared? A stomach that's turned touchy and unpredictable with age? Your gut is the border every bite of food has to cross to do you any good. When it's inflamed and sluggish, half of what you eat stalls at the gate, sits, ferments, and you feel every minute of it. Moringa brings the fiber that keeps the line moving and feeds the bacteria that keep the peace down there. Black seed oil has settled irritated stomachs for centuries, with research now pointing to it cooling inflammation in the gut wall. Together, they wave the food through, so you finally pull the goodness from every meal. Think about finishing a proper dinner and feeling fueled by it an hour later, instead of bloated and weighed down. Calm the gut, and one overworked organ just downstream finally catches a break. Number 10. Your liver gets a quiet partner. Ever spare a thought for your liver? Almost nobody does, right up until a blood test forces the issue. Your liver is the filter every pill, every drink, every heavy meal runs through, and it does the job without ever sending up a flare. By the time trouble shows on a test, it's been quietly straining for a long while. Black seed oil has been studied in people whose livers carry too much fat, where it helped cool the inflammation and oxidation that slowly scar it. Moringa's antioxidants reinforce the liver's own defenses, steady backup for the part of you that carries the cost of everything else and never complains. Imagine a blood panel that comes back boring, the liver line your doctor glances at and skips right over. And the next change won't need a lab to spot, because it's the one looking back at you from the mirror. Number 11. Your skin and hair catch up. Skin gone papery and dull on the backs of your hands? Hair thinner and flatter than it sits in the photos from 10 years back? Your body feeds its vital organs first, and leaves your skin and hair the leftovers. So when you're running short, that's exactly where it shows up first. In the thinning, the dryness, the tired look, no cream quite reaches. Moringa is loaded with what skin and hair are built from, the vitamins A and E, and the antioxidants that fight the damage that ages them. Black seed oil has a long history on the skin and scalp, calming irritation from within. Feed the body what it was missing, and it shows where everyone can see it. And picture catching your reflection in a shop window and being quietly pleased, instead of startled by a face that looks older than you feel. And the last change is the one that matters most of all, because it decides whether you stay fully yourself for the years ahead. Number 12. Your mind clears and steadies. Words slipping away in the middle of a sentence? A mood that's gone flatter, or a fuse that's gone shorter than it once was? Your brain can't store fuel, so it feels every swing in your blood the instant it happens. High inflammation and a sugar that lurches up and down get paid back in fog, forgetfulness, and a short temper. Everything this pairing does, the cooler smolder, the steadier sugar, the cleaner blood, lands hardest here. Moringa's antioxidants have been studied for shielding aging brain cells, and the even fuel keeps your mood off the roller coaster. Calm the body underneath, and the head on top clears with it. Now hold this one. Being the sharp one at the table at 80, the one who still keeps the names, the stories, and the quick reply. That's the quiet promise under all the rest, earned one morning at a time. That's all 12. Now the part that decides whether you get any of them, exactly how to take it, and the one mistake that throws it all away. How to take it. Get this part wrong, and the rest never happens. So here's the simple version that works. Begin with 1 teaspoon of black seed oil. Stir in half a teaspoon of moringa leaf powder, building to a full teaspoon as your palate adjusts. It tastes earthy and bracing, so most people carry it down in warm water, a spoon of raw honey, or juice rather than off the spoon. Take it in the morning, alongside or just after food, never on a bare empty stomach, since the oil sits heavy on its own. And here's the mistake that quietly throws the whole thing away. Reaching for the cheap, clear, refined oil and the pale, faded leaf powder. Both have been heated and overhandled until the very compounds we just spent 12 minutes on are mostly gone. What you buy decides all of it. For the oil, cold-pressed, 100% Nigella sativa in a dark glass bottle with a sharp, peppery kick, and that kick is the thimaquinone itself. For the moringa, a deep forest green powder from the leaf, never a dull yellow-green, because color is freshness, and freshness is the whole point. The washed-out stuff on the discount shelf is money down the drain. Give it 2 solid weeks of mornings. The energy and clearer head usually arrive first, while the deeper work on your sugar, joints, and that smolder keeps compounding as long as you stay with it. Week 1 is a start. 2 weeks in, you've laid a foundation. Now the cautions, because this is your body and they count. If you take medicine for blood sugar or blood pressure, watch your readings and clear this with your doctor first, since it pushes both the same direction and the effects can stack. On a blood thinner, ask before you start. Some people should hold off entirely or only begin with a doctor's blessing. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, keep both to ordinary food amounts only, as black seed and moringa root in particular are best left alone in pregnancy. Have surgery on the calendar? Stop a couple of weeks ahead, and if you take any prescription at all, run this by your doctor or pharmacist before the first spoonful. That one short talk is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. From the energy that gives out by mid-afternoon, to the joints you fight at sunrise, to the evening fog, 1 spoon of black seed oil and 1 of moringa go after your blood sugar, your cholesterol, and that hidden smolder all at once. When the leaf restocks what you were missing, and the seed puts out the fire underneath, one small habit reaches nearly every corner of you. Looking after your health was never about one hero ingredient. It's about feeding your body the same quiet signal every morning, until the changes you can feel start stacking up. But here's what hardly anyone finds out. Moringa is only the beginning of what black seed oil can do. Because there's one common spice, almost certainly in your kitchen right now, that turns it into something far stronger, with a kick you feel inside the hour. Click here to see exactly what happens when you stir black seed oil together with that one spice, and why this is the combination people can't stop talking about.